so geht's sich das. Hey, super. Hey. That was voted last year in 2024. So you will see, of course it's not snow. Really tough. It's also dangerous here, you know, because of the stones. And now no one is here. You see the street, and there are the stones, and when they roll down, they come to the street, you know. That is the thing, you know. Here it starts really, and that you see now. That is complete other part than the first 3 stages. You see? Watch, that is so amazing here. No one here, you know. What? Brilliant or gigantic, you know. No one here. Wow. So geil, oder? Fahren wir um her. Schaut euch das an. So geil. Yes. But the cat is here. You can shout here, you can do whatever you want here. So geil. Ah, mein Arsch tut weh. Ah. Stand up. That view. Tell me now. Wow. As the water comes down, we can take a shower. Wow, so geil. Hey. Zach, brutal. But when you can do it here, you can do it everywhere. Richtig brutal. Wow. So my friends, watch out. Last time we drove up to 1,900 meters on. But today we will drive over 2,000 meters, much more about. On the other side, the most beautiful route, what I know. Join me, let's do it. So, well my friends, and to all people who are new to the channel, you know, today we make a bicycle tour, which is one of the most beautiful ones. To me, it is the most beautiful one. And we drive up to absolutely high one, the highest what we have driven on over 700 videos. Watch out. The last time we were on this mountain, 1,900 meters. There on we were, but today we will drive up to over 2,000 meters. Maybe we can achieve it to over 2,300 meters, you know. And that what you will see there is once in the whole wide world. You will get at no other place in the whole wide world what you will see now. There are some things, you know. More I will say a little bit later, but you can trust me, only here in the whole wide world. Now I drive on. I have to get a cap at home. I have forgotten, because on there it can be very cold. And that is absolutely a dream. We will drive on, and then later, but that will be another part, I will play at Watergate Court Street Ball. The second highest court of all those 100 courts what I know, you know, over 100 at 1,187 meters, you know, Watergate Court, one of the most beautiful ones. Watch out, go home, then I make a time warp to the outside of the city, and then I will tell you what you can expect there really once in the world. Let's do it. And I've forgotten something. When you can do it here, you know, this route what we drive now with bicycle, you can do it everywhere, believe me that. my friends, now we have entered in, you know. That is the route what you have to take. And now we can conquer the mountain, and now I will tell you something what is so special once in the world. But before I drink something, and then we start it. So my friends, wait. Bam. So here we are. What a beautiful place, or a river. I have here my bike, and now we drive on to the highest point where I drive. One of the toughest routes what you can do, you know. When you can do it here, you can do it everywhere. That is the sentence what I can tell you. And the place is over 2,000 meters now, you know. First part, 2,000 meters. And why is it so special before? Here I show you other thing, watch out. Here, very nice, or beautiful. So, that it is. But here you have seen, to enter in is also a long route. But that has nothing to do with the route what we have taken now. We drive in now in that area, and there on 2,000 meter is, for example, one thing, and that is skiing, you know. And that was voted that ski area last year in 2024, where we drive now on 2,000 meters to snow races up to 60 kilometers, the best ski resort, ski area in the whole wide world. That was voted last year in 2024. So you will see, of course it's not snow now, not much, but the best ski area in the whole wide world, what you will see now where I drive, that is absolutely special. Another thing is, on that route where we drive now, there is one of the most toughest and most legendary bicycling races in the whole wide world. It is an amateur race, but it is one of the absolute toughest, and it has a legendary vibe. The Ötztaler Radmarathon, the Ötztaler Race Marathon is there, and they drive with a race bike the last 40 years around, you know. Over 4 borders, you know, 4 borders, and the first one is there what we have to cross now to the end, you know. And also the second border of those races we also drove, because this is my most favorite court, Madame Court at Brennero, Italy, you know. And then they drive to Jaufenbass and Dimmelsjoch. That is the Ötzi, the Ötztaler Radmarathon. Legendary, you know. That is the other thing. Then on there they have an own electricity sea, but that sea is in 2,300 meters, a little bit over 2,300 meters. Maybe we can also make this, and absolutely nice, I will tell you that. And then they have a cow on there, a real, not a real, a built cow as from wood, you know. There is a playground for kids with a slide down, and that cow is maybe the most highest cow in the whole wide world. 6.5 meters as from wood with slide down for the kids. That stands also on there. And they have another thing on there, and that is a high performance center. High in both words, meaning high because it is very, very specialized, you know, from the performance, and it is on such a high point, over 2,000 meters. It is on the ski resort a little bit higher, over 2,000 meters, and there has trained Olympic champions, you know, Olympic champions, and some of the best sport stars, you know, in the world. And that thing what is there, you know, in high performance, when you don't come from a... Whoa, now you have the kids here. Nice. Hi. Greetings. Jawohl, so geht sich das. Hey, super. Hey. Jawohl. Hey. Geil. Hey. Servus. That is the mountain, you know. Very friendly people. This is the side of the mountain what I like, you know. Normally we were on the other side. Now this area, there are the nice and friendly people. You have seen that now. But we don't drive this route, you know. The city is there. And normally this route to the mountain or this route. But now we came to this and now we enter in that mountain. And that I tell you, we come to the performance center. In that thing what is on there exists only 3 times in the whole wide world. What I know, one is in Spain and one is in the USA. And this is here, and that is maybe the most special high performance center in the world. You know, and there we will drive now. A route which is to me the most beautiful route from all what I know. I drive to over 100 street ball courts in all different areas. Absolutely amazing. I am there since the 80s, you know, since the later 80s I am there. And here we have a nice track where you can drive with the electricity cars, you know. They stand on the platform and then they have the remote and then the cars are driving, you know, the little cars. Absolutely amazing. This is also here since the 80s, what I know. I have seen it in the 80s and now we drive on there. And there I also know a private little basketball court. And there is Watergate Court. That I will make in an extra part video. The second highest street ball court of them all. And that is amazing. You know, that is one of the most beautiful ones. Watergate Court, absolutely amazing. And the route there, oh, brilliant, but absolutely tough. Steep parts with over 20% around. That is really tough to reach. All street, you know. I will take you now by chest as now for the first part, because now we have to cross a little normal street, but you will see that immediately, and then it goes upwards, and then there is left and right, there are stones, you know. Sometimes there are coming big stones down and the whole street is closed, you know. And that you will see. And later on, because we have to pass tunnels, I have my light here, I have a cap here, I have t-shirts by me, a jacket. You never know how the temperatures become. And after those tunnels, then I will take you to the hand, and then we drive up a hand where I can talk and say much more. Amazing. And there I learned skiing also, you know, real skiing. I was there with my birthdays and on and on and on. I will show you pictures. And now you have seen, I know the area since the 80s, and now we drive in to my favorite route of all. Let's enter into once in the world. I've been in your waters. I came for sure. I've never been so close before. It's one way or the other.
swimming in your waters. I know I can for sure. I've never been so close before. It's one way or the other.
Wow, so my friends, now I've changed the camera. Watch that trees. And now we go on. It was only 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. Normally my goal is to drive it by once, you know, but I have to change now. I can take you by camera because here it gets better. You have seen it, there were the tunnels, and there you have to drive in a base which you normally don't drive because you want to come out from the tunnels very quick. And you have seen I was the only one with a light from the bicyclers in there. Very, very dangerous. Always drive right when you enter in and when you enter out very quick, because there the cars don't see you much, and have a light on and always drive right. But now, wow, the best route of them all. Here the first village, but I tell you, there is a long route now. Over 2,000 meters. And that is really tough, I tell you that. But very nice, you know. So now the village, wow, since the 80s here. And I tell you, later on, the end, there it becomes the steepest. That is the brutal round here, all street now, only street. You will see race cyclists who train for the Ötzi, for the Ötztaler Radmarathon. But the mountain in there, the best ski resort to 60 kilometers in the whole wide world. It was voted last year, you know. So you see the best ski resort in the whole world right now. Wow. Here is also steep, but there it goes, you know. But you drive it normally in the second. I have 3 things, you know, and in the second, and that is also a thing what you are not used. You need this on Brennero. There you don't drive in the first 7, you know. I have 3, 7, an old one, 30-year-old bicycle. But watch that street. I have a pullover on, but now it was too hot. But it gets colder and colder, you know. Over 2,000 meters. That will be nice. So now changed it. Here they built. But I tell you, over 20% when we are after Watergate Court. I have shown you that the last time at Watergate Court, the second highest street ball court of them all. 1,187. Oh, now a car comes. Stones. Stones. And from there, from the Watergate Court, wait loud. But the cat is here. You see the street, the house is on there. Have you seen that? There you have to drive up, you know. In winter, what do you think? Wow. But we have to go on the main street, and that is the end of the mountain where we are then. There you come down to, wait, there you come, watch. When you drive on the mountain where we are then, the other side down, you come almost to Ötzi Court, you know, the most far away court of them all. And there starts the Ötztaler Radmarathon on the other side of the mountain. And here they come down because here they drive on to Brennerod, you know. But very nice, or what a nice area. Yeah, and from that Watergate court on there, but there it is so brutal steep, I tell you that. That is so tough because from there the real steepness starts. When you are finished there, don't try it, you have no chance. Better go on and drive Höttinger Höll once. You know, when you are finished there at Watergate court, go back to Innsbruck and you will drive one time Höttinger Höll. That you can do is better. You will achieve it, but on there to the last you will not achieve it. That is brutal then. And so keep the energy because that is really, really tough. I tell you, when you do it here, you do it everywhere. You are prepared for everywhere. Of course you have to adjust to it. Other mountains longer, little bit steeper, less steeper, longer, whatever. But here you do it everywhere. But that will be nice, I tell you that. I always a few meters down, you know. That is also here. But watch, what a beautiful area, or now a bigger car, let's turn. And so when you have the wrong pace here, you know, because that area is not that steep, you drive it too fast or do a high thing, but then you lose all the energy when it comes to the real part. That is all tough, but that is the easy part, you know, what we have now. At Watergate Court, when you see that ramp, that is brutal. And there I have footage, the village over Watergate Court. I have footage there. We were so often there, relaxing beside the river from over 20 years ago. When I was there fully trained, how old was I there? Let me think, 21 years. Now I'm 40, you know. In 1 month, 1.5 months, I'm 40. Then I was fully trained, I tell you that. I show you that. Oh, to that mountain we have to go. You see that at the end. Oh, when I was a kid, to see that in winter when we drove there in the 80s. But that was the highest thing of them all, you know. The race cyclists make a break, you see them? I have seen them before. Maybe they have a damaged wheel or they make break that they can do it. And I come here with the 12.5 kilo mountain bike and a backpack which weighs in 3-4 kilos. The cows are watching, you see? Beautiful, very beautiful, you see? What a nice area. Wow. But that becomes so tough then. Also, Franken Betalieu was here, the YouTuber who makes cycling content. He drove it up, he was by the Ötztaler Radmarathon often. And he drove it here with a nice video. Give in Franken, Betalieu and Kudai. Then you will see very nice made, you know, shorter than my video. But I want, that is so important to me, to film the whole route, that you cannot lie, because otherwise when you film a few parts then you can rest. You don't know, you can say, yeah, I've done it by once, but no one knows, you can lie. And here you see that I don't go down. Here that is longer, you know. That is to me important. I have nothing if this video sees a lot of people or not. I get nothing for that, you know. To me it is more important to show you, to have this on video. By once when people come, yeah, blah blah blah, you never drove up there, blah blah blah. You with normal clothes, with big basketball shoes. Yes, they are great to bicycle. I have them always on. They are so nice, I tell you that. And Yeah, I do it because you see it right now that I drive up the hill, no motor, but it will become very tough. Only if the accu is over, then I have to change, but I changed that in a straight way, and that it needs only 30 seconds, 1 minute that I have to do, otherwise I cannot film, you know. Wow, what a nice area. Great. And I have my basketball by me, because here exists 2 courts, you know. Rambo Court and Watergate Court. Both special. Yesterday, 2.5 hours bicycle, you know, to NBA Jam Court, played street ball 1 hour around, and now we drive it up to 2,000 meters, the ski resort, and on over 2-3 there is the electricity lake. Very big lake that feared me so much as a kid, and once we have put to the ground and ship electrical ship with a remote, 1990 around, it didn't come back, the remote didn't work anymore, and then it was in the electricity lake. Maybe it is still here, or 35 years later it is still in. Tough, you know, with talking save a bit energy here, you know. Now it goes a little bit down, and here is always a bit shadow and a bit sun, you know, which makes it nice. Hello, bicycle, have you seen it? Watch here, what a nice thing. Or now the football field comes. Wow, nice. Wow, I should have driven the right way now, but that does not make anything. Wow, the mountain in there. That was the best thing as a kid what I have seen in the whole thing, you know, in the early 90s, late 80s. That mountainside in there. Wow, that is cool. And now welcome to Rambo Court. Rambo Court. Oder? Oh, wait. So, because it goes down now. Rambo Court, we coming, here it is. But that we drive when I drive back. I play, but watch. Here is Rambo Court. A very special ring behind of the house. Wow. Rambo Court. Now watch, here you see the ring after the house. Oh, the car is in front, under the basketball ring. Perfect mate, you know. Perfect, the car under the basketball ring. Then you know how many people here are playing. Bet the cat. Oh, with many people we put away the car, you know. Here a bit shadow. Now it is a relaxing steepness. Here is a bicycle in front. But he has to, he overpaces. I see that, he completely overpaces. And now he stands, you see that? He stands now, I've seen that immediately, you know. You have a feeling for such things. I have to go down. Oh wait. We will see what he has. Completely was too fast. I don't know, a E-motor or what is. Looks like a heavy bike. Old young one, backpack. Now he drives on. But completely too fast. Completely stupid. Motor, huh? Unexperienced maybe. I still have the light on, but my light goes 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. But I have a power bank by me, fully loaded, that I can upload my lights, you know. A kid is it, you see, a kid. Oh, that is the thing I have thought, oh, dangerous here. A kid from school who drives home maybe, huh? Oh, that is a heavy track, you know. But watch, you know, the Mellach. It's called, the river is the Mellach, where we enter in, you know. Oh, we were so often here, you know, relaxing. Was growing up there. You have seen it, the birthdays. I know a private basketball court there, a small one. You see, he drives in the middle. Oh, for sure, that is brutal to him, you know. But here you see the, how are they called? The white one, Schaf. Schaf, English, Schaf. I call it Schaf. The mare, how they look to me. Nice. Here the cows, you see. Very beautiful. Oh, what a relaxing thing. That is my mirror now. Normally I don't watch in the display, but here I'm allowed, I can watch if a car comes. Wow. Very brave, you know. You see, that is dangerous. There you always drive right, you know. Very tough. Up to the hill. Servus.
Servus.
So take a few meters now, quicker. That is nice, you know. But my ass hurts so much, you know. Oh, a bee, go away, go away. Last year a bee stung in my neck. But you see, always upwards. Not that steep, but there can be mental breakdown if you're too fast, you know. So we made a quick meters. Whew. Tough. Brave boy, but dangerous here. But here I have fear when the steepness comes, because that is then so brutal and so long. You cannot imagine. Oh. Now a bus or an LKW. Oh, I think I hear it. Wow, my ass. Oh, I have to stand up a bit. Wow, that hurts so much. Oh. And drink much at the back. The backpack gets lighter. But again, here, when you think, boy, what are you talking when you're a bicycler, but at Watergate Court from there, that is so steep. I don't know if I can do it, you know. That is the point. Here are routes where I don't know if I can reach it. And the other thing, can I reach it, but without going down? You know, on some basketball courts you don't know. Can happen that you not reach your goal, that you have to drive home again. You know. But that is a long route. That is now only the entrance. All what we did now from the city to the point, the straight thing is also a long route. Also 45 minutes to drive around. Depends how quick you are. And then up to here now. But now, after a little bit, then the real part starts. And that is a real fight then. Beautiful, it becomes the most beautiful on there at the end of the mountain. But so tough. But you know the name, when you can do it here, you can do it everywhere. That counts, you know. That has a reason why it is said. Wow. Here I was growing up in the 80s, you know. So nice here. Haha. Cool. Whew. Now it goes down a little bit, you know. But then from here around now it will start, you know. Here is now the point, now the last part where you relax, you know. I have always, you know, so boy, I don't see him anymore. So wow. But now the pullover is good, you know. I have all by me. 2 t-shirts, a jacket, weightlifting gloves, a cap, because you never know when you are wet, when the weather changes, when it gets cold. 2000 meters, you know. To eat something. Oh, now it is relaxing. Oh, enjoy the last thing. Really here, take a break. I'm not in a race here. I don't have to drive fast, you know. Well, we have a few clouds now. That is also nice, you know. Because then the sun comes out when we are at the steepest, that we have to sweat. Oh, watch. So beautiful, or? So nice here. Up to the mountain. Very beautiful, or? So nice. That is a cool thing, you know. You see? Beautiful. The mountains, the trees. But now the real journey starts, you know. From here, how much echo? Oh, 35%. We will watch out, you know. If I have to change it, I cannot change it, you know. I can change it, but I cannot do other things than to change it. Wow. Now it starts, you know. And now the beautiful area gets more beautiful. But fear, you know. To reach that is brutal. And you know, we have driven up to 1900 meters last time, but still that fears me. Big car. Bus, or now you can drive. Come. LKW. Military. Hey, military. The military up to the mountain. The old houses, you know. You see all flags on. You see Japan, Turkey. What else do we see? Cyprus. All flags on, you know. Wow, watch. Tell me, this is beautiful. All the green. Wow. And now race cyclists come. Have they conquered the mountain? Yes or no? The bus. But I will tell you, when we are at Watergate Court and we are at 1187 meters. All girls. Only girls who drive here with race bicycles. I've only seen girls. Almost 99% were all girls here. Nice. And you know, at Watergate 1187, that means we have to drive from there 1200 meters more up, you know. When we have reached that place, again 1200 meters around, which will come, and these are the steep button. All straight up to the ski resort at over 2000, and the last 300 to the electricity sea, that is stone ground, you know. Like at the Seegrube where we were, the stones what I don't like, but I cannot change it. But you see how far, that view, like at Rambo, you know, Rambo. That's why I have called the court Rambo Court. And the other one is called Watergate because there this big electricity, the electricity lake is there, you know. Now it goes down a bit, and there it feared me always, you know. You see? Oh, I always had fear when we were here. I had a house here in Blade, that the water will break out, then you are over when the water rinse comes down here, you know. These are, I don't know how many, 60 million cubic meters, I don't know how much water is in that. Is over 100 meter high, 120 or 130 meter high, this lake, electricity lake. But now tell me, what a view, or wow, amazing. The horse in front, wow, beautiful. What a nice area. Here it is a bit relaxing, and then on there come the cows, free running cows with the Lattenrost. I call it always Lattenrost am Boden, you know, this iron thing that they cannot walk out. And there can happen that cows are standing in the street when we are up there. We don't know. But now I have to go to the lower one. I was in the second always, now we are in the first 7, not the second 7. I have 5 echoes by me, this is now the second one, fully uploaded. Wow, so nice. Now it goes upwards again, a bit, you know. Wow. That steep mountain where the stones came up, you know, come down. Nice. Wow. Relaxing, or what a nice route here, the water, wow. To jump in the fresh water, wow. I tell you here, honey from an own thing, you know, best honey what you can get when you have a fresh honey. And here after Watergate Court there we always relaxed at the river. I have video from there with my grandmother, granddad, and there we played football in the woods. One time I was jumping so high to the ball, I will never forget this. That was like I'm jumping up 3 meters high, you know. As a kid that felt like, boy, I'm flying to the sky. Wow, it was also 1992 or so. The little church there, you see. And here you see are not many cars because now the skiing season is over, and on there you only come to the other side of the mountain, so there are not many people now, you know, only under there. But here it is much better now. Here you can relax. Also a little bit steep always, you know, but then when you relax here, yeah, but after Watergate Court that becomes brutal. And then at the end there is a tunnel, a very, very long tunnel with open gates, you know, like we had here, more beautiful. And then is the end, you know, but that is also tough. But I put out my lights now. Have I put it out because to save it for the tunnel? What does he have in his? Is there sitting someone in? Or no? In the tractor, no. That looks like someone is, no. I thought there is a person in lying, you know. That would be cool. What a nice thing, the tractors, you know. We are in a modern city, but you still have all those tools, you know. That is nice. The young people are, you know. But here the people are friendly, you know. Very friendly. But I have a second to go down to check if the light is now out. Because, wait, you see that? It's still on, you see? Oh. Now it is out, you see? Because, not that the light goes out in the tunnel, you know. But you see that second or that 10 seconds make no difference if I can do it by once or not. But the safety is important, you know. Because in the tunnel without light, they don't see you. Dangerous. Wow, so cool. You know, I don't even go down to drink something. I have no bottle for here. The bottles what I have are too small, they fall out. So I only when I'm up I drink, you know. Nice. Wow. To me, the most beautiful route to drive up. Since over 35 years, you know. Over 35 years I know this route. The racers. Mountain bikers, they swear. But you see, very relaxing now. Steep, only a little bit, you know. But then Watergate 1187 meters when we arrive. Then another 1200 meters to go up. And that becomes brutal. So 3-4 etages what we have, you know. The first one was from my home, outside the straight path. Then from outside the little street up to the hill. And then the hill now until to Watergate Court. And from Watergate, the last and fourth etage, the most heavy one by far. That is the last. Wow. To the best ski resort. To 60 kilometer ski things in the whole wide world, you know. And high performance center where Olympic champions trained, which only exists in that way 3 times in the world, and in that style only here in the world. The other one Spain, and the other one now it gets more steeper. The other one in the USA, I think in Arizona. And then the cow 6.5 meters around to climb up. Also a girl, unbelievable. All girls who drive here alone with their bicycle. That is so cool. Here we are, you will only meet girls here, you know. When you drive this route, you will only meet girls. Oh, looks like in a film or 50 years ago. I tell you, Hollywood stars would pay a lot of money to have here a house, because here they have quiet. No one knows them, no one says something. They have here their private space, you know. Come here and you see that. Rihanna, move here, you were here. You once said the most beautiful mountains, one of the most beautiful areas what you have seen in the world. And she flew in with her private jet. Gave a concert in the mountains, but not that mountain, other mountain. Now more steep, a little bit more concentrate, because the talking takes out energy. Wrong. You know. But it will get a fight, I tell you that. That is only the beginning. Only the beginning. I have sun cream on. Here it is still warm, you know. On there it had, I think, 0 degrees early in the morning. At midday it will have 10 degrees, 9, 8, 10, depends, you know. And when there is wind and shadow, then it's better to have a long thing on, because I don't change it when I drive up, you know. Here the water, you see. Whew. Tough. Oh, but the echo now. Ooh, 18%. Here it is more straight. Here I will change it, because then we need it to the end. Watch. Wow, the cows there. What a panorama. So I drive here. Oh, the stones. Here is better, no car. Then I change the echo. I drink 2 things when I have to go down now because of the echo. Because then the steep part comes. We almost arrive at Watergate Court, the second highest court. Right now we are at 1,187 meters. The second highest court after Brennero Madame Court in Italy. That is over 1,300 meters. And from here now we have to go up another 1,200 meters. Wow, that is cool. A racer, a man, it was a man, no girl now. So here it is straight, and here I will change it before we go down, and then we are at Watergate Court, but I will not show you now the court. I will show it in the extra part, because when I drive down, then you will see me playing basketball. After all this tour I will play. If you are basketball, I have a ball by me. And I will not tell you what ball, but a black one. Maybe you know it, I have a few black ones. It is a composite ball. Indoor outdoor, one of the best. It starts with an F and ends with an E. Maybe you know it. Now I change it, then we go on. So now we go on. Now the wind comes. A car, well, quick on the bicycle. 1 minute, maybe 1.5. But now we have a full echo, 98%. Perfect. But here you feel it now. When the wind is, then immediately that is cold, you know. Wait. Now. Wait, I have to go to a higher one now. So, here we go on. Now, Watergate Court, 1,187. Welcome, we are here. Now a bit down. Wow, so beautiful here, you know. Here are a little bit more people because there live people, you know. But you see, Watergate Court. That is a nice thing, you know. The old things here. Wow. But now it starts. The steep part. Wow. That will become brutal, you know. Here, you know, you have seen it. It's a cacao in, you know. In the city there was no cacao. You see here you have the automats. But I don't see a cacao now. Here is the other one. What is in there? Do they have a cacao? That would be now. Wow, they have here cola mezzo mix. Wow. You know how much is it? I have to go down, I have to watch now. Wait. Here it stands. Whoa, 150, you see that? That is that is less than in the city, you know. In the city you pay 250. That is the thing. The tractor. Wow, what a nice place, huh? So beautiful here. And now up to the mountain, up to the ski resort, you know. Wow, that looks like 50 years ago. The church, I have shown you that area, you know. When we were here, that was nice. Here, Sportzeppel. But the weather, you see, they have said rain, but later on, you know, Ardek, all those old things, you know, the old traditional Gasthaus. But now it starts. Here the real, you see, wait, I will not see now, but here on, you see the Elkavy, that is so far. That is now the steep ramp what will come. Wow. Wait, I have to go to the lower one. So, wow. That is such a panorama, the mountain here. Once, wow, watch, that is so cool here. And here we play basketball. In that area, there is the court left. You don't see it now, but that is amazing, you know. Afterwards we play here, but now this ramp, oh, that is brutal. You will see an own shield with the steepness now, and that after a long time what we made already. So nice. The people are sitting outside of the house relaxing, you know, like 30 years ago, you know. Christi, you see, here it stays Christi, that means welcome in a friendly way, you know. Pension, you know, very nice. But now, ding dong, you hear? Ding dong, the tractor. You heard it? The Gockel, the Hühner. Wow, but now, wow, now it starts. That is one of the toughest streets which I know in the whole area. That is absolutely brutal now. Now, when you are over here, no chance now, because on there to Saint Sigmund it is called. Wow. And there I will show you the footage what I have filmed over 20 years ago, when I was 21 years, fully trained. But you know, I will film that when I drive back, but you will see it then now, because I drive this all up now by once. That is the goal. But I will show you it now when we are arriving there, because at the end it will a little bit stupid, then you don't know where this was. But you will see all of that. Whew. Here is a doggy, nice doggy. Brave doggy. Hello. Hello. And here comes the bus station what I have shown you, where I have eaten the toffee last year with this steep route. I have extra shown you this, you know, that you have seen it. But you know, that is also steep now, but the steep part comes after that curve around. And there, but good with the pullover now, with the long sleeve, because better than with the t-shirt, because in the shadow when you're sweating, I like it a little bit more than a little bit too less, you know. But that is a personal thing. Have you seen that was an e-motor? How easy that was an older woman. How easy they came up here, you know. Like it is nothing. These are the e-motors, you know. But when she lives here, then it is a great choice, you know. I'm not a fan of e-motors, you know, but you see how easy she's driving on there. But when you are older or don't like to make sports, then you can enjoy that, you know, better than with a car. You can do it. But when then people come and say, hey, I'm fitter than you because I drive only e-bike, then I have to say, man, come on, drive with a normal bike, then we watch out, you know. That is the thing. But the ramp comes now, you know. That is the entrance to the ramp. Wow. A little bit saving the energy, you know. We have a new echo in. Wow. But that will become beautiful, but it is a long way still, you know. Long way. But you see, not many cars, only a few dimes. That is good. You see? But this ramp now, when you see that, and then the last part on, you know, but so beautiful then. But I have to bring my hand a little bit like this. Now a bus or an LKW, no, a car. I see the ramp. Wow. That will get brutal now, a fight. But I have to lean my hands like this now, because then I have it a little bit on my tripod and on the bicycle. Because when I hold it like this or this, I have only my finger on this, and so all energy goes to the hand and to the foot, you know. Now watch, here is it, the ramp. Wow. That is really tough. Wow. Wow. You see, even with the e-motor. But watch the area. Wow, but now we have to bicycle wheel. Now it starts, you know. Now is the point of the journey where it starts. Wow. There you have the percentage and own shield. You know, wow. But we are prepared. Now tell me, those old stairs in the bus station, where do you get such a thing, you know? An old chair like 100 years ago. What a nice thing, huh? Wow. Here you have the shield, I show you that. Few meters. So, now it comes the Stich, it is called, you know. 20%, you see it. Here it stands. 20% max, you know. Wow. Basketball. Watch. Now we have to go on. Car behind us, what does he do? Scared to come forward over me. No, he drove in to the cosmetic center. I also know her, you know. Wow. Now the bikers come, you know. Very tough, you know. When you can do it here, you can do it everywhere, you know. Oh, but now another girl. Here you see the thing. There are animals without any net, nothing, you know. They can be on the street. Then you have to wait until you go over the street. Whew. Tough now. Yesterday there's 2.5 hours bicycle, 1 hour street ball, and now this. But you know how it goes. But still, this is tough, you know. But we have trained, we are prepared. Up to over 1,000 meters still. Oh, you see the rainy cloud, but yeah, looks a bit. Wow. When I film, I make this. I drive up straight, you know. This not the S, because for filming, when I watch, you turn so steep. Brutal, but we have to do it. But again, when you can do it here, you can do it everywhere. Long, steep is at the end, the entrance. You have to take on the second things that makes it harder, you know. Concentrate a bit, you know. Still a steep path. It's tough, you know. You feel the legs, but still it goes, you know. But still, you feel it. But I lose a lot of energy because of the tripod, because I cannot hold the bicycle complete. So you lose the energy. Steep part, you know. Tough. But I told you, that is the thing, you know. Here it starts really, and that you see now. That is complete other part than the first 3 stages. You see? Now it gets fresh, you feel that. The sun is away now, they wind a bit. Here you see the old shield for the bicycling. And you see how far that goes, you know. Only up. Of course we have steeper parts where I drive, but they are not long, you know. The 35%. But you see that is long way, you know. And then at the end is Schotter, the stone thing, from 2000 to 2,300, and don't forget at around 2000 meter it starts with the air, you can feel it or not, the air gets thinner. That means your breathing gets heavier, your heartbeat comes up, you know. Some feel it at 2000 meters, normally people feel it around 2,500, you know, but it can happen at 2. I don't know, we were at 1,900 to prepare, you know, I all do for preparing. But watch. The houses, you know. But that is tough, you know. You see that? All filmed, you know, all filmed with natural movement. And no cutting out the real thing here, real content by a real street baller and a real sportsman, you know. And not an advertisement channel, real content, you know. But the mountain waits for us. Here was the station where we were, you know. Can you remember it? Now they have put it away. There was the wooden house. You remember it? That I all drove up to show you, only for showing you last year, you know. Exactly here we eat our toffee. There I've shown you how steep this goes. Wow. Tough. Now in LKW comes military, same car as before. Tough, you know. Military, big car, LKW, mountain we are coming. You see how long this goes. And a steep way up. Well, you know how many meters we made now from Watergate Court here? Now we arrive in a bit time at St. Sigmund. There we were at the river, relaxing, you know, in the early 90s. But my hands are wet now, completely wet. I'm still driving upwards, you know. Wow, LKW. Wow. Tough. The clouds, yeah, come closer to the sky, you know. Yeah. That is why I've told you, here the fight starts, you know. But it's allowed to say that, you know, that it is heavy. Because when it's heavy, you have to say it. Now it goes a little bit straight. This heavy tool we have best now. That you feel in the legs, you know. Or still nothing where you have to be frightened of, or what frightens me. But of course you feel it, you know. That is the difference. It's not like, well, now I cannot anymore. Yes, of course you can, but there you lose energy now, you know, and stamina, but still goes. Now we can drive a bit down, but you know, the last end then to the 2000 meter, the tunnel. Oh, you see here a bit relaxing. Ah, my ass hurts, my ass, I have to stay up. Oh, you see the old things. Whew. And now you see it changes a bit now. I don't know if you feel the vibes here, but now you know you are higher in the mountains. Here no one comes normally, you know. In winter, yeah, to the ski resort. In summer, to travel up to travel here, you know. But here you are a bit alone, you know. But now the cold air, well, you feel that. That is relaxing now, but be careful when you drive too long and the cold thing is not good. But wow, here it comes. Wow, nice. Wow, the wind, wow, but cold. You feel that, the shadow thing now. You are higher in the mountains. The air, you know. My granddad always said back then. Wait, we go on now to a higher one. So, the air here is much fresher. Wow, the water. Here you can wash your face with the cold water. I've done that so often, you know. One time when we drove with the city bike, where they called me, hey, the bike is stolen. And I said, no, it is by me. But it is at that mountain. I said, yeah, I'm driving there to play basketball and then I bring it back to my city. And he said, what? He didn't believe it. He thought it was stolen because it was so steep up with the 22 kilo city bike. And there I also had a river where I could wash my face cold. And here we always took the bottles into the river that it is cold. We were lying in the ground, relaxed, you know, with a towel. And then we took the fresh iced tea and drank it, you know. There were no smartphones, there was nothing, you know. We had a magazine by us. Then we crossed this. Wow. Canadian, when you watch that video, there I had to balance over a river. And that it was going down, I don't know, 3 meters. When you fall down as a kid, boy, to balance over, you know. I was so scared. Now it starts again, you know. But you see, wow, that is amazing. You see, that changes the vibes here. With the river right and left, the bigger one, you know. Wait, I have to go. So, now it starts again. Oh, the sun comes again. Whew. Now the relaxed part is over. Now we have to use our legs. But that is cool. Oh. Wow, like at Rambo. Could have been here, Rambo 1, you know, Rambo 1, John Rambo. One of my most favorite films, you know, Rambo. Wow. That was the hero as a kid. Rambo with the long black hair, the red band on. Oh. Wait. Fully trained, you know, ripped body. Now we have to use our power again. The legs. Put on my, you know, bit out, and the sun comes out again. You see, upwards. The mountain comes closer. Wow, LKW, an oil tanker. Wow, very fast, you know. If this crushes, then it explodes, you know. Wow. There is the river left, you know. Here we have a house, you know, a tree house. Now a car comes, I think. Yeah, I hear it. Or, yeah, I don't know. all up now. There is a worker. Wow, the wooden bam bam. Like George Foreman did, bam bam, with his right hand, you know, left hand. Whew. And the backpack, you know, don't forget my backpack. All those drivers don't have the backpack. I have it. 12 kilo 5 the bicycle and the 3-4 kilo backpack. Wow. Long route, you know. And you know the fourth etage where we are in now, that is the heavy one. That becomes heavy. All heavy now. You see? Whew. But the air is here really fresh, you know. Complete other than in cities. Whew. Oh, my hair, because of the wine before. What a nice area. Servus. Servus. Grüß Leiberle, Treasure, Skateboarding. So here it goes up. The sun is out again. You know, Hollywood should, if they see that now, they can make a new John Rambo film. I am the person for that, you know. I'm the guy from the mountains. I'm the guy who trains here. I have the long black hair and I will get ripped when I'm 40, you know. I will make a John Rambo new version. Then they come here from Hollywood, you know. Wow. Tough, you know, tough. But when nothing goes anymore, but the cat goes, you know. That is always the thing. Another LKW. Oh, zach now here. Whew. But we go on. My ass hurts. My ass. My ass hurts. From the last days, you know. The long routes. Oh, a bus now, or? That is a bus. I hear it, you know. When you know the mountains, you hear it immediately. The bus. Whew. But tough. Tough. The race cyclers now. Whew. Tough, you know. Whew. Whew. Wow. Whew. Wow. Tough. But we go on. Oh, here comes the turn, you know. 61% echo, very good now. That I like. We come more higher and higher and higher to over 2,000 meters. Wow. The guy from the Alps, you know, from the mountains. Here comes the bit shadow more again, that is nice. Here the sun burns down, they get so quick, you know. Sun out, very hot, burns down. Now sun goes away, a little wind, and then it is fresh. Now it is away, you see. And when wind comes, you feel that. But you see now, they're coming more stones now. You see, that changes the area higher on. But very beautiful. Then when the tunnel comes, then we are almost here, you know, at the ski resort, not at the lake. The lake is on the left side. Then like here, you know, stones. Now a music car. Boom, boom. Now it goes down also again, but my ass. Puh. Der Weiderost, ich sage immer der Lattenrost, you know. You read it? When you come here with a race cycling bike, be careful. Because when you don't see them, you are too fast. You fall off with those slim wheels, you know. Bah. Watch the cows. Bah. Here, you know, a bit relaxing. You know, the Bergsteiger Dörfer it is called. So we go in the higher thing. That is nice. Wow, we enter in, you see the own thing for the cows. And here is the Lattenrost, you know, the Weiderost. Lattenrost. Als Latten, die rosten, yeah. Here you see them. There you have to be careful. You see, even with my mountain bike you feel that, and when you are, they say you have to drive them very fast with the bike, but be careful, you know, when you're not experienced, brake down. Hello. That is nice, you know, the racers are here, but I enjoy a bit, you know, because to me, don't forget this, I drive with normal pants. And I only drive it up that I play then street ball, you know. People forget this. For others this is an own hard route, and I drive this only that I can play then street ball. But I want to show you the mountain, so I drive up more. But my main goal is to play at Watergate called street ball. Wow. But now, there you feel it now, the air. Wow, big car, watch, Batman is coming. Batman! Oh, what a cool car. The Batmobile is here, you know. Batman and Robin. Who was in there? Michelle Pfeiffer. Who was on there? Danny DeVito. George Clooney later on at the original Batmans. Michael, how is it? Caine or Keaton? I don't know now. Another Mercedes. Italy is in the house. Yes, here you see that there are the rich people on there, you know. They come with their big cars, the expensive ones. Now a little bit relaxing to enjoy my ass, that it don't hurt. But the air is fresher here. What a nice thing. Gets colder. Wow, nice. Whew. Then we have to drive up again. So was a mountain biker that I like. Now a doggy comes, no line. But here they are very brave, you know, in that area. They don't do something. And now we enter in the next village. And then it goes up again. What a nice thing. And now, here is the thing where I was exactly here at that river. Here right in there we were lying. Here it is, you know. Wow. Hello. here it was, you know. In that river we done our iced tea, and here at that green thing we have laid down. It was a bit other than now. Here we parked our car. I have the footage from here, you can watch that exactly here.
Ja. Aha. Gut.
You know, with the church on and the house is on there. Watch it, exactly there we were lying now, you know. Have you seen it? Wait, I have to go to a lower thing. Wait. And here we moved to the other side. There we played football, and there was this bridge over the river. You have seen it over 20 years ago. Wow. Grandmother doesn't live anymore since 3 years, you know. But that was here, wow, like it was yesterday, you know. I still feel the same. That was 24 or 21 years ago. I was 19 years old. 19 years, fully trained, and now I'm 40, you know, and still here, still doing the same things. Wow, cool. Now we have to go on, you know. The mountain is calling, but the cat comes. But here it is fresher now. I have seen it, the footage. Wow, so often here, you know. You see the snow is coming. You see the mountain, snow in there. We have it 14th of May. Now we have to drive up, you see. All quiet here, you know. The house is a Rottweiler, a doggy. What a nice area. Very beautiful. But fresh now, you know, fresh. Then you know why I have to pull over on and not a t-shirt. Italy, Germany and Austria, all together. Nice. Recycler, Vienna, all is there. Here you see the Maibaum, where they climb up. Here we came, you see. And here, now I would like to drink something, but we have to wait, you know. Beautiful, or very beautiful. Very, very nice. Here another doggy, you see. Beautiful doggy. Nice doggy. My ass, wow. Have to stand up on my wheel. Hurts. The bus. And now it starts again, you know. Wow. You see that? Wow. You know. Then you know when you can do it here, you can do it everywhere. Wow, the river left, the small one now. Right, the other one. Here with the animals in, you see them behind the net. Wow. Now we come closer. Whew. The horses, you know. Whew. Now it comes again, you know. Power. That is also the bad thing, because they think, oh, relax now, it goes down, yeah, but it goes up again. Recycler. Oh, a girl again. The girl's route, you know. The girl's route. But you see, wow. Now we have to make the meters on. Whew. And those are the things that, how it's called, the Schranken, the BAM, what goes down when there is snow or lawinen, you know. When it gets dangerous, they close it. Wow. Now I have to lean on my wheel again to save energy. Wow. Tough route, you know. But best street, you know. Nothing where you can slip down on the right side. Smooth. Not many cars. Steep ways, long. The best area to me. So cool to drive, you know. Now a car comes from behind. Whew. Whew. Tough, you know. Tough. You sit at home, or exactly you now, at home in a chair, a beer beside her, and watching me how I have to sweat. I want to have an iced tea now. So give me an iced tea, give me now to drink the iced tea. You see? Aye, aye, aye. Ah. The meters on, you know. You see, we come closer, wow, to 2000 meters, and then maybe the 2-3, depends how the stones are now, and on and on. We will see that, you know. Because by stones is always the thing with the camera, you lose energy, you have seen it. Walking is all a thing, you know. Wow, now the hill comes, you see. Wow. Welcome to the best ski resort. Here we are. The top one in the world, you know, voted last year. But we have to fight on. Fight still goes on. Steep, you know. for guests from the Sonnenberg Alm. Sun Mountain Alm. Now a bicycler. Yeah, I hear it. Wow. Aui, aui, aui. Ab, ab, ab. Aui auf dem Berg. Fight, you know. Then you know now why this fourth etage is the toughest. Only up, up, up. Long. Fuck. You have to fight, you know. You see the never-ending story. Sorry. You see now. Ay, ay, ay. Wow, tough now. Only up, up, up. Aui auf dem Berg, aui, aui, aui. Hinauf, hinauf, hinauf in German. Aui. How do the Swiss people say uiwärts or uiwärts? They have this like we have in our language, not K. In Swiss, when you go there to Zurich, they say in this train station, das macht dann 20 Franken, like in this, you know. Auf einmal nach Zürich, das Zürich. Greetings to Swiss. Komm jetzt Aue mit dir. Becomes tough now. But we do it. Watch how beautiful. Whew. Hands are wet. Sun cream. Whew. Boah, Zache. Ehrlich zart, ich sag's euch. Boah, my ass. Really tough, you know. But when you do it here, you do it everywhere, you know. It's my sentence. Mountain, we are coming. Ay, ay, ay. 50 minutes now, only upwards, more. The time warp what we had at the third etage. Now it gets better, you know. Boah, mein Arsch tut weh. Mein Arsch, mein Hintergesäß schmerzt in German. In my language we say my Arsch tut weh. You know, my ass hurts. Wow. I need a massage for the ass now, to lay on a beach, to have 2 iced teas, fresh one from Lipton. Lipton sponsor me. When you see that, I take your sponsor only from Lipton, that I can drink every day my iced tea. Then every video I drink it, because then nothing would change. Es ist echt eine zahre Runde, ich sag's euch. It is echt heavy, you know. But I'm still on the bicycle, and you see it goes up again. That is the part here. You think, boah, relaxing. If you don't know this, you know, then you will have your surprise, because you never can give up. I watch that beautiful thing that I enjoyed so much here, you know, that view. Wow. But be careful when the snow is in. Wow. No one here. There are 2 walkers. Wow. So nice. Here is one with his root for the fishes, you know. Hey, give me a fish. I have hunger. Che cosa avete da mangiare? I have hunger. Wow, what a beautiful thing, you know. Here we walked. Wow. Now, but wait, I have to. So, now we have it. One more. Jetzt wieder Aue. Zart ist das. Das ist mental so zart. Ja, ich sag's euch. One of the toughest routes what you can do here. Of course, the steeper parts we have, this is short time tougher, but this is really, here you have it all. Steep parts, long route, asphalt, then the stones at the end, high mountain over 2000, the mental breakdown, because the long route, when you enter in from the city, you lose energy. In the tunnels where you drive over-paced because you want to come out quick. And then here, the last part, which is the steepest. And then with a little bit slow down, that makes a mental breakness, because you hear the sharp, you see them. Wow, so nice here. Because you relax for a minute and then to start again. Normally you drive again, you are focused, and that is the thing here. So tough, you know. Wow, that's so nice. Watch. And now the Weidevieh comes, you know. Wow. Hello. But we do it, you know. And then we play basketball. But on there is no basketball ring. They have the high performance center in there. That looks very, very great. But no basketball ring. So the highest court is still the Brennero. You know. But it is so cool here. Car has to wait behind of me. Wow. And now it goes up again. Have you seen it? I will tell something a little bit later. Wait. Wow, so nice, or that out view. And now up again. You see also long part now. And then the tunnel, the gallery. Wow. The gallery. There we have to put on our light. Don't forget it. Oh, fear. Don't bite me. Don't sting me. You know, I will tell something. Wait a bit. I'm thirsty. It's tough again. You know, the guy has a bicycle which is half of the weight of mine. That is the big difference. Mine weighs in 12 kilo 6, 5. You know, 12 kilo 5. This maybe 6 kilo around. Half the weight, and I have a 3 kilo, 4 kilo backpack. You know, and I drive with all the time speaking. You know, he's not that much quicker. And I drive with one hand, you know, and all time talking. And I could, what do you think? What I would do with such conditions? Half of the weight, no backpack, concentrate the whole route, no talking, both hands on the thing, not like this. Didn't greet, you know. Maybe he was concentrating, no energy anymore. And I do that with all that stuff, you know. Then you know what I'm capable of, you know. But tough. And I do that after yesterday, those 2.5 hours, and playing street ball 1 hour. And I drive that only up to play street ball then. You know, that is my goal today, not the route. That is me. Pat the cat, you know. The Rambo from the Alps, you know. Tough. Ay, ay, ay. But weather nice. It's okay, you know, no rain, no bad weather now. It's okay. You cannot always have the sun. It is really okay. The Lattenrost comes again. The Weiderost. Zach. Now it gets warm. He has greeted me. Yes, that was a nice race driver. The professionals greet you, you know. The amateurs not that often. But the professionals, they know what you're doing here. The guy with the basketball shoes, the jogging band drives up to the mountain. You see? Wow, das ist so zart, ich schwör's euch. Ah, brutal ist die Runde hier. You see? Up, 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 up. Never ending story. Brutal. An older man from here, he knows what I'm doing. I'm one of the old generation, you know. I'm an OG, like we did it in the 80s. Hello, I'm here. Grüß euch. Habt ihr was zum Trinken? Da ein Eistee, you see? The Weiderost. Ah, oh my ass. Wow, not going down, only to stay a bit. But now watch. That is frustrating. When you see that now, when you don't know the track, you would say, now, oh shit, I'm in the hell. The mountain of hell I am. Have you heard the Lattenrost? But you see, that is the thing. So long. Ah, mein Arsch. Ich muss anders sitzen. Aber ein Durst. Nein. But I cannot go down now. Ah, Scheiße. You see that? Wow. That panorama with the mountain. Wow. The air is really, you cannot compare to the city. Cold, fresh, like you breathe in a fresh cold water. Wow. That is, you don't get in big cities. Wow, that is so cool here, you know, to see that now. Wow, amazing. Wow, that I love so much, that area, you know, that panorama. Wow, geil hier. Ist das geil. Haha. Boah. But tough, I swear you. You know, to me, it is easier to drive up the Höttinger Höll 5 times in a row. It's easier to me, you know. I don't know to others, but that is really brutal to me, you know, personally. Up, up, up. Wow. Brutal. Brutal. How many echo? Oh, 21%. Wow, shit. Hopefully we do as long as it goes. Sometimes it ends at 30. Sometimes at 20, sometimes at 9. But here it is cold, that also makes a difference. Here it is really fresh now. I am hot, I have warm, but the temperature gets colder, you know what I mean. So the camera is not overheating. Watsache. But we fight, you know. The guy with the big shoes. I am a street baller, you know. I stand for street ball. Where in the world drives the guys with street ball shoes to the mountains, to 2000 meters? I stand for street ball, you know. I'm the guy out there in the world, gets no money for that, only for the passion. Tatsache. But the gallery will come, that you will see then. I have to breathe to my mouth. Don't wonder. I have told the story why. Because I don't get air to my nose almost. No air. Wow. Fresh, clean water, you know. When we are more straight, I will tell you that again. For the people who don't know that. Wow. The fight. Wow, the wind comes now, the cold air. Wow. The mountain. No one here now. Watch. I'm alone in the mountain now. No one, you see. No one. I don't see if it's someone coming behind of us. Wow. But we fight on, you know. Whew. Until it runs out, then I have to change it. Then the third echo, now a moped. A moped. Unbelievable. A moped here. Ha, geil, hey. A moped. So geil, hey. So geil, hey. Eine fährt mit dem Moped da, hey. Geil. So geil. Das ist unglaublich. Wow. Cool. Brutal. Wow. brutal, ehrlich. Brutal. Then you know why I have a jacket and a t-shirt to change it when we go down or gone on car. Italy, huh? Italy. Italia. No, Kitzbühel. Kitzbühel. The other famous mountain with the Streif. Where the Klitschko brothers trained, you know, back then. And sparring partner flew in, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Andy Lee, all the champions were here in my federal state. Corey Sanders boxed here, who knocked out Vladimir Klitschko, you know, in Hanover it was, I think. Manuel Charr trained here. Christina Hammer, the world champion, who boxed the GOAT Clarissa Shields, trained here at Seefeld at VIB Ridgecourt. Whew. Now it gets better, you know. Whew. My ass, boah, stand up a bit. Boah, mein Arsch tut weh. But the echo now. 15%, that is shit. Here comes the gallery, you see that? The car not at the end, there is a gallery, there it starts. But the echo will not last. Scheiße. So here at the flat spot I will change the echo, because when we are in the tunnel that needs a bit time. Scheiße. I have to change it, otherwise we don't have the route. You see the gallery in front. Here I change it, you know. On the flat spot, only change, drink one piece of water and go on. Scheiße. But wait, quick. Well, 1 minute, we have put in the light. You see, light. Because now we enter in the tunnel. Oh, that because that we don't. Wow, mein Arsch tut weh. But now the gallery starts. Now the last part comes from here. So here it is, a bit upwards. We have all, you know. For the lights, I could press it from sitting on, but then I don't see it. So I turn it on. 1 minute, you know, and that minute makes nothing. You know, wait. So now we have it. You see the first gallery and then the second one, the longer one. And then we are almost there. At 2000 meters we enter in at the best ski resort from 2024. From up to 60 kilometer ski resort in the whole wide world. You are right now with me live. I want to share my feeling to produce to you. You are right now live at the best ski resort of 2024 in the whole wide world. All continents, the whole globus, the whole world. Here we enter in Kudai, the best skiing resort in the world. Wow, watch, that is so amazing here. No one here, you know. Wow. Now I wanted to listen to music. Eldrin from Georgia, you know. Georgia also like here, or Georgia. Wow, Eldrin or Sofo, you know, Visionary Dream. Can you remember it? Sofo from Georgia. Wow. And Eldrin, one more time or one more day. Wow. Or Diana Gurskaya, I think, called, with peace again like this. Well, now I got sun cream in my eyes of the wind. That to listen now. Wow. That would be now here. What? Here comes the long gallery. Do you see it? The second one. That is the long gallery. And there is also this Lattenrost, you know. Wow. We enter in, then we are 2000 meters, over 2000, and then left the way goes up to the electricity sea at 2324, I think. That we will see. And here you enter in the extra made for us, you see. It's not closed. Wow, so geil da. Since the 80s I'm here, you know. In the 80s I started here my journey. And now 2025, with 40 years, same fit, I'm here again. Wow. So geil, hey. Come and now a car comes. Now it begins. Now the fight starts to the mountain. Now here we come, hey. Pat the cat. Wow, put in a lighter thing. Whew. Yes. So geil, hey. New Echo. What? Brilliant, or? Olympic champions trained on this. That is so cool. Over 2,000 meters. A football field, an athletic thing. I think doctors are here to train the people with the air over 2,000 meters, you know. It is harder to breathe. The Höhentraining, you know, the high mountain training with the air. And that is, you know, that is the panorama what I love so much. That landscape is to me gigantic, you know. No one here. Wow. So geil, oder? Fahren wir um her. Schaut euch das an. So geil. Yes. We do it. But now it starts the last fight, and then on there we watch if it goes up, and there on the Stausee left there is the cow, the Kuh, 6.5 meters, a little bit down. That we will watch if we can enter in today, because they are closed. I think they open up at June or July, I don't know. So last part, but now we have to watch out, because we enter in the 2,000 meters now. You remember how high we were? The 9,900 in the city, in the mountain. Then you can imagine, but here you don't see down, you know. But we are higher than the other mountain where we were standing at Seegrube. Wow, so geil. Last part now. The tunnel, the gallery. What a view. And no one here. But the cat is here. You can shout here, you can do whatever you want here. So geil. Beautiful. But you see that it's a long route, you know. A long route. What we have to pass now. All up. Last fight now. We conquer the mountain. The street baller. The street baller which shows the videos to the world. Enters in at 2,000 meters with the basketball shoes. Watch. En bolle. En bak meg en bølge. The part of the Ötzi. Here they drive up, down with, I don't know, 100 km/h almost, or Krütei, Brenner, Jaufenbass und Timmelsjoch. And Timmelsjoch is the toughest and the fourth and last. Italy then, you know. How the sun comes out again. Oh, but you see that it's very dark in, so you have to have a light, but long now. Wow. Licht on, here it stands, you see, light on. Light on, you see. The last part, 2,000 meters now. We enter in. When we have done it, then we are at 2,000 meters. So, last part. You see the end of the tunnel. This is 200 meters, this tunnel. You can read it here, 201 meter. Nearest is Lattenrost, the Weiderost. When you drive here and drive down, watch out, because when you have too much speed, you cannot brake down. Wow, here we have backwind. Always drive right when a car comes, you know, but here you hear it. Watch to the light, yes, it is on. You see it? But now we have to watch out for the height, you know, 2000 meters. Not talk too much. The breathing, control it. Because it gets tougher here. Now a car comes, a LKW, wow, fast. But you hear it, you know, and here you could go to the walking way also on the left side, but that irritates the cars. So the Weiderost, the Lattenrost, another car. Where? Behind? Or what's it, the car? Here you see, Lattenrost, be careful. Balance, balance. Boah, here is much warmer. But we enter in. You see the last button. Not talk too much now. 2000 meters. Mein Arsch tut weh. Stand up a bit. Sit a bit more backwards. Wow. Zach, brutal. Give me the iced tea please now. Lippen. Like the Lippen. Or the Fassel iced tea. Then you know what thirst is when you drive here. Yes, man, yes. And girls and men and boys and women, all my viewers. I like you so much, you know. Real content, nothing what is cut it out, you know. Real struggle to drive up. And then you can be proud of, you know. That is the thing, I'm very proud when I can do that, you know. I'm very proud that you can say for your whole life all routes what you do, you have done by once, you know. That is something. The achievement, you know. I don't need a trophy, you know, in sport. That is my thing. I have my trophies here, you know, to do it or once again and this and that. Wow, the wind comes again. Wow, in there it will be a little bit colder, I think, right now. But you know, it's long. That looks not that long, you know, maybe. But when you drive, this is really a long route. Wow. Wow, Zach. Weiderost, you see? Yeah. No one here. We are here. And the millions of viewers on the camera. The whole wide world sees the area. Now a car comes. I see it on You have heard the Lattenrost when he drives over. So geil. Yes. War so geil. Tough, but geil. Fresh water. Clean, fresh water. Imst. Weißt du, woher Kimst? He's from Imst. That is the area with the Ötzi court from the other side. Now a motocross machine comes. I hear it. Or a bigger motor machine. Yeah. And now 622 meters this tunnel. The other one was 201. Here you can read it. Tough. Lattenrost. But here it is lighter because here it is open, you know, with the open gates. Zach. Echt zach, ich sag's halt. But we are still on. So geil. But here you have the pleasure, you know, because I know the route. Now I know you can finish it, you know. That is the good thing when you know that route since 35 plus years, you know. Yes, so geil. War so geil. Watch out here. Huh? That view. Tell me now. Wow. As the water comes down, we can take a shower. War so geil. You see the water. The river down, here it rinses down. Wow. So geil. Wow. We do it. Wow. Geil. Watch out. Now we arrived at 2000 meter. Yes. Fresh, cold water here. Wow. Here it rinses down again. Whew. Only upwards. But now an LKW comes. Be careful. Zache. Whew. Heavy. But he drives okay. Beetle, the company. Yes. A Beetle driver. Whew. Up, up, up. Here we come. Mountain. Almost done, you know, the first 2000 meters to the ski. Wow, have you heard the Lattenrost? To the ski resort now. We enter in, world's best. You can be now wherever you want. New York, Los Angeles, Sydney, Melbourne, Cape Town, Japan, wherever you want, you know. Colombia, Dominican Republic. But only now, right here, you have the best place for skiing in the whole wide world. Only here where I'm right now, and you are with me. Fight on here. You see how long this is by bicycle. Ah, geil. Now we have almost done it. I hear a car far away, but I hear something. The water, or a moped, or a motocross, the motor machine. Wow, Sache. Wow. Zach, brutal. But when you can do it here, you can do it everywhere. Here it comes. The Harley Davidson, huh? I don't know. conquer the mountain. Watch back. Whew. All by once. Wow, then you know what hunger is and what thirsty is when you do such things, you know. Zach hier. Echt zach. Fresh, cold. The water here, we take a shower. Wow, nice. When we drive down, I take a shower here. To fresh up. Before we enter in then at the village down under, Watergate Court, the second highest from over 100. Echt zach hier. Wirklich zach, ich sag's euch. Really brutal here. Fight. So long, you know. Wow, almost done the tunnel, the gallery. The motorcycle gang. They like it to drive here because it's so beautiful to drive, not many cars. Mein Arsch tut weh. Stand up. No. Ein LKW comes. Boah, scheiße. Now I drive quick out because here you don't see me. Oh no, that was wrong. Because always when you enter out, here it goes because of the gallery, the open gate. They don't see you. What Sache. Hier Dortmund, die Dortmunder Hütte. Greetings to Dortmund. To the McDonald's at train station. Wow, brutal. Oh, scheiße, I have hunger and thirst. First time I say scheiße, have you heard it? Then you know it gets tough. Always when that word comes. Wow. Brutal. Brutal. But now we enter in. Yes. Not far anymore. But I have to take you here. I have to save my energy. Wow, so geil. Wow. Wow. Still a little bit upwards, you know. It's not straight. That is also where you say, wow, shit. Here the snow, you see a little bit. Wow, we take snow to our face, or wow, mein Arsch, ich möchte aufstehen. Bah, brutal. So geil. Yes, almost done. I have so hunger and so thirst, I cannot tell you. Motorcycle gang again. Here we enter in, you know. Wow. But now the sun comes out again. Puh. Brutal. Richtig brutal. Wow, I have to breathe, you know. Wow. Water. Brutal. Echo, yes, 72%. Yeah, the last one. After the first tunnel, I think it would have gone over. War mein Arsch, mal aufstehen. War fein. War so geil. Now it is almost straight. War nice. Go in the second etage of the 7. War nice to relax a bit now. Here you see we enter in. War so zach. But these are the first 2000, you know, and then the sea is on, we watch out. So geil. To drink and eat something now and there at the winter resort. Wow, zach. That is so tough. When you can do it here, you can do it everywhere, you know. Well, because they're here, you know. When you drive this fast up, you know, depends what you do. But that prepares you for almost everything. The steep part with 20%, wow, my ass to stand up, you know. Wow, so geil. Wow. Now a little bit upwards again. Scheiße, ja. Now it's scheiße, yeah. But wow, the water. Wow. To lay down now in there. Then I go to the river, I tell you that. When I go down, I go to the river. To enjoy a bit at the river. Wow. Wait. Hands on the bicycle, goes up again. Not done yet, not done yet. We have to make the last meters also, you know. Not to rest here after the gallery. No, no. Until to the ski resort. At 2000 something. A little bit over 2000. You see, a little bit upwards, but that now is tough. Because you see it, but you cannot drive fast here. That is the frustrating thing, you know. You see it, but wow, the water, so nice here. Wow, watch. Wow. Now we have almost done it. Here is the Gaiskugelbahn, you know. The ski lift. Here it starts. Yes, almost done the last curve, you know. Wow, so geil. Huh? A racer comes with his bicycle. Yes. Great. Wow, so geil. Now he greeted me. The same was driving up before. Wow, my Arsch. Wow, last meters, mein Arsch tut weh. You see, we enter in. Here comes left the Gaiskugelbahn. I always liked it more on the right side. You can drive ski right and drive ski on the left side, you know. Depends where the sun is. Almost done the last meters upwards. Wow, this is like now, like we would enter in at Brennerö, you know. Brennerö is easier. They're not that steep parts, only the end at Lueck Bridge. But the last part, when you enter in Brennerö, is like here. Almost straight, bit upwards, and you know you are here now. You conquered the mountain. Yes, we conquered it. Yes, now it goes almost straight. Ooh. Almost done. Last meters, here the parking area. Here was my mom sitting and enjoying until when we drove from that hill down. Wow. And Bah, last meters. And here you see left Geiskogelbahn. You see the building, there is the lift on. And here the bigger ones. We enter in at Kühdai. When we pass this building, we have done it. Last meters. Wow. The last meters. Watzach. Puh. Das ist so geil. Imst. Da weißt du, wo heute krimmst mit so einem Mobil. Wow. Yes, yes, we have done it. We are here. By once up here, we have arrived at the ski resort. Welcome to 2000 meter. Wow, wait. Wrong in. Wait. So, that was cool now. By once. Yes, race cyclists greeted me, you know, when you conquer a mountain, you greet. Wow, here it is. That is all ski area. That it is. Welcome. You know, now it's no snow and no people, but welcome from last year voted the best ski resort in the whole wide world. Pat the Cat is here. Wow. So geil. Yes. Servus. Yes. Wow, we have done it. Wow, I have so hunger now. That is, you know, that you have to feel sometimes. People don't notice when do people have real hunger, you know. When they go home because they are used to it. When you do that, almost nothing drink, you are so thirsty, you know. It's not healthy, of course, it would be better always. But then do you know what hunger and what thirstiness is? Wow, so geil. Yes, 2020 meter, here you see it now. We arrived at 2020 meter. Yes, here are all the buildings from the ski resort. 2020 meter. I have done it. Wow, so geil. The houses, you know, hotel. Wow. And here are all the lifts up, you know. Here are many routes what you can take. That was the most famous one that you see. There we always drove up in the 80s, 90s, you know. Here the parking area. And that is the left side. The right all ski, you know. You see on that left mountain on, you see that maybe. There on there are also lifts, elevators, you know. Wow. Wow, so geil. Wow, we drive a bit more. Very quiet here, you know. So geil. Wow. I have made a ski video from here. 2003. I show you that. You have to see that. Wow, it comes to my mind now. Then you see how it looks, how beautiful. I was on that hill on that hill I was standing, and there, watch that now.
I'm not picking sides. I got money on my mind. I'm not gonna sit here waste your time. No more.
picking sides. I got money, money, money on my mind. I'm not gonna see you waste your time. I'm not picking sides. I got money, money, money on my mind. Money, money, money on my mind.
Money, money, money. I'm not picking sides. Money, money, money on my mind. I'm not gonna sit and waste your time. I'm not picking sides. Money, money, money on my mind. I'm not gonna sit and waste your time.
I'm not picking sides. I got money, money, money on my mind. I'm not gonna see you waste your time.
Wow, have you seen that? That is so amazing. And with that lift here, you know, to 2,520 meters. Here you enter in, you know. Have you seen that footage? How great this was? Watch. Now I go down. Wow, now we are staying. Wow. On there left, that was the video where I've shown that looks so great in winter, or that is like a dream. Here the next elevator, and on there, you know. Wow. Whew. Sun and snow. Kütai. And here you see the other elevator, that is a steeper part. Wow, the fresh air now. Wow. Wow, this is, wow. Wow, feels that nice now. Wow, so geil. Wow. Wow, dream. Watch. Wow, that is so cool now. Wow, all that we have conquered, you know. From there we came. Wow. So geil. Wow. Wow, now to eat something. Wow. Seiler, you know. Wow. To eat now a Sachertorte mit Schlake. Wow. Das war jetzt geil. Oder Kap Dänemark essen. Wow. Ein Eis. That would be great now. Wow, so geil. Wow. There you can enjoy it, or complete alone here. All is closed, you see. Wow, so geil. Whew. Wow, when you are from the USA now, from New York City or from Los Angeles, you know, I show you a bit that you see that. The old traditional buildings. Ski school, you see. Snowboard and ski school, you see. He walks up, you see that? The skier. Now I have to eat something here. Mo's house, you see? Where the winter is at home. You see? Where the winter is at home. Sports Apple, here you have to boulder, you see it? There is the boulder thing in. Sports Apple. You see? Boulder. I don't know if you see that. A boulder climb up there. Sport 2000, you know. Here we were in the early 90s. Then you thought, boah, Sport 2000, boah, futuristic. And now we have it 2025. Beautiful, or? The Kütai Express, you know. And here he goes down again to the Ötztal direction. Here we can watch in, you know. Winter resort, you know, to swim. But now it's no water in. Don't know if you see that. Slide down for the kids. Wow, yeah. Wow. Hello. Here you see. Wow, yeah. Now to go swimming in there would be nice. Was ist OS? Von wer? Von wo? Deutschland?
Garmisch.
Ah, Garmisch, cool. Das ist auch schön. You see that? Here the doctor in Intersport Heidegger, you know. Wow. Cool, or? That is very nice. 4-star hotel, you know. But now I don't drive down, you know. Now I eat. You see there are the buildings, hotel, 4-star, all inclusive, you see. And here you see it, I will show you then, the performance center. Wow. I'll show you from here now. Watch. Here we have the performance center. There we will enter in. Wow. But now I have to eat something, you know. Wow. Go down from the bicycle. Whew. Wow. Whew. Tough, you know. Breathe. Here we have it. Korne. Wow, so geil hier. A Racer. Geil hier. Hopp, 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 hopp. Almost done it. Yes. Now he has conquered the mountain from the other side. For sure training for the Ötzi, for the Ötztaler Radmarathon. Because they drive up here. Wow, I will see now I was shaking before when I was going down. I was shaking the legs, the hand. Wow. Yes. Here it is, the performance center here. Wow. So geil. There we have to go, you know. When we make a break, then do the 2324, I think. Yes. Great. So I drink a bit to put out the camera, and then we go on, you know, we will watch. I eat the other thing, then we see us when we drive on there. Wow, great. So now we drive on. I drank a bit, and now we dry it to the, if we can do it today, to the electricity lake, you know. Wow, all wet, you know. But here it is fresh, but I've eaten now something. Now we leave the thing, and now, wait. I show you here the Brunnen. You have to see that. The Brunnen, I don't know, the water gate. You can call it how you want. You see, but here, I don't know if this is drinking water. From 1994, you know. So I was there before this was built, you know. Before they have built this thing, I was there. So I know the thing since it is existing, you know. Wow. But now it is later, you know. It is almost now 4:30, you know. So, but I have put out my light. That is the thing, you know. And wow, so amazing, you know. But now the last part goes now upwards. There I don't know, you know, if we can do it now or not. I will feel it, you know. And then, yeah. And then to play basketball, wow. I was going out at 10 o'clock around, you know. But I have to drive a few other ways, you know. Because I was doing something other here, the bar 2000 in, you know. And now, wow, you see, here I show you that. That is the electricity, see where we drive up now. From that, what I had so fear, another Intersport, you know. The Dorfstadel. Now, wow, I show you. We wait to the car. The Kühdei Dorfstadel, you know. Wait. You see the old traditional houses here? I have to show you that. And here on it is, wait, I have to go down from the bicycle. The cow, you see, Kühdei. But wait. From here you have a good view. Now watch out. That is the performance center here. We have to pass this now. And that way we have to drive up till to the end. That is all water in. From on the last straight edge to down is all water. Can you imagine that? That you think when that breaks down, wow, that I had so fear when I was young, you know. Wow. And there we had to be our ship the electricity. We drive on now, you know, and then you will see that. Wow. You see? Amazing. A little bit down, but you see here it goes all down, you know. But I don't go too far down because then we have to all drive back. We don't have to forget this is a steep ramp here, the last part. But those 300 we have to take also today, you know. Wow, because you have so a cool view on there. That is amazing, you know. Really amazing. Now a bicycle thing. Now we enter in. Watch. Here we don't go down as I told you. But here we have to enter in. The performance center. You see the snow there? Wow. Amazing. Nice panorama. Hello. You see? Wow. And that up we have to drive now. Pat the cat, concentrate again. But the air is here really fresh, you know. It gets thinner. Here comes the Lattenrost again. And always concentrate because now you're don't have to lose your attention, you know. Have you seen that? Here are also ski lifts, you know. Because you have thought you have done it, it's a short pleasure, but still this has to come. Concentrate. Or animal. So go down. So here now we have it. Now we have to drive up, you know. And here it is, this is the performance center here. Only 3 in the world like this, you know. There's beach volleyball on the right side wow, now I feel it in the legs. Wow, scheiße. You know, I show you that. You go on there, stones. And here to train is tough, you know, on over 2,000 meters. That is brutal, you know. That is why they are coming here. Now watch, here on 2,000 meters. Whew, you see? And there were Olympic champions, national teams, and on who trained here, you know. And that is absolutely cool. But now the stones, now we have to watch, because from above 2,000 meters you feel that the air gets thinner and all gets more tough, especially when you are not used up to this, you know. And that is around 12-13 minutes now, only upwards, you know. Concentrate. Here you see elevator. Here right is an elevator. But now, you know, it's not much going on because it is, wait, now I have it. It's not winter, it is not summer. So that is the season where all is closed, you know. For my legs. Tough. You see? Concentrate. With the backpack. Then the asphalt ends there, you know. It's 300 meters up there, you know. The water. Ui, ui, ui. Tough, you know. Ui, ui, ui. Well, we have wind from the back. Holy echo, 39%. Brutal. Oh, heftig, you know, heavy. You see that it's really heavy. All water in there. You see the stone wall in there, the straight one. All water in there. I don't talk much now because it is really tough, and then in that heat, don't lose energy. Tough, you know. Tough. I have to bring my hand to the bicycle. Sorry that you only see me now so, but it is tough. Wow, what a panorama now. Ah, that is amazing. Watch, wow. There you see all what you can drive up with the elevators, the mountains. Boah, Sache. Here you see to the other mountains where we were, so far away. Breathe, you know, breathe. Wow, that is tough. You see that? Wow. Wow. There's all water in, you know. All that straight passage, all water. And there we stand then. Wow. Tough. Really, really tough. But I have to tell you something. The thing is, it's also dangerous here, you know, because of the stones. And now no one is here. You see the street, and there are the stones, and when they roll down, they come to the street, you know, because it is really steep here. It's dangerous. I show you that. Wait. You know, higher on the right side, and because here is no tunnel and nothing, you know. Oh. I show you that. Always be careful. You see those big stones, when they roll, when it is steep like on there, that is very dangerous. Yeah. You see the area with the stones. Here he goes, you know, but on there are the passages where it gets tough. But we will watch about 30% echo. Bench, you see. Wow, what a panorama. But you can imagine that here he goes, but you see that those stones, and especially on there, that is tough, you know. Brutal. There we were, you know. Wow, have you heard it? Those big stones, you know. But here it is not that steep, you know. On there, I show you that. and no one here, you know. You know, there also comes a tunnel, but before is a part where the stones can roll off, you know. That is not the city, that is, you don't see from there to the city. Brutal. Hier der Berggasthof. You see, but now this part comes, you know, for my ass, and now it is dangerous, you know. Now is the part where I have to tell you, because here you see this, the thing, and you see now it is really steep. We make this round and then I think I will turn, because now is no season, but I will watch out how it looks. It's really, you know, there you have to be smart, because that can happen easily, you know. It was winter, it was wet, and now that is not a joke, you know. Watch now. You see that? We go to the last part, here he goes, but then, and that is really no joke. You see the snow now. Here you see it, you know, there are not that many stones, but then after the curve, there this comes, because they are steep. Like here, I show you that. Wow, the breathing. Like here, you see on the street left down, that is the dangerous spot. You see that? Those loosened stones, they can roll off every time. You see that steep part? And there you drive exactly then on the street right, and that is dangerous. I show you after the curve. But you know what I mean, watch at that stones. They are really tough, you know. And then makes no sense. You see, there is no one here, only me, not one person. You see now how steep this becomes, how steep we are, how high we are. I show you that. Here you see the tunnel in, but now this part right, this is the shit part. Watch now, you see that? And that is the thing now. You see that? Wait, straight. You see? Here he goes, but then this only little street. But we will watch out. Tough. Wow. Watch how high we are now. Brutal. That is now the shit part. Here it comes. You see? That is really shit. I don't know if someone has opened it up or, you know, private persons who drove up. But you see that is normally closed. Lawinengefahr. And now, you know, now and because that is too dangerous now. We could move up, but I don't know who has done away this. You know, maybe it goes, maybe not. But you see, that hill is it, you know. That hill with that stones. Then it goes, you know. Then you have to drive in a tunnel. But this little edge here, you know, that can happen all the time. But brutal, brutal. Oh, the echo, 19%, you know. Aye. Wait. So my friends, now I had put out my echo. We are still here. And I was thinking now, the thing is, you know, here you see it is forbidden, but it is open. But you know, we have no idea who opened up this. And the thing is, you know, there's stones here, you see them. That is so steep they can roll off every time. And you have nothing under. And the snow, you think, yeah, there is not much snow. But maybe you see that underground there, that snow there, that is for sure in that height, you know. And when you watch, we had to pass this tunnel in there and here to drive it up, you know. And when there the snow rolls off, that can happen easily. And that takes all down, completely stupid, you know. And there, even if I would do it, you know, you say, yeah, if we do it, it is open. But I tell you, maybe this has opened up another one. You know, a private person, they didn't have checked it. Maybe someone wanted to drive up. We have no idea. And here no one is, you know. And there I have to tell you, be smart. Even if we are so close, you know. So close. But that is no joke, believe me that. Maybe in 99% nothing will happen now. But exactly then when this happens, you know, there I tell you it is your own fault. Because when you are a little bit wise and you see, now it was more hot, the snow can, you know what I mean, break out and you are exactly there. And even if it's not that high snow in the steep stone walls, but this snow, when you roll up this steep hill, you know, you are dead. You know, you are really dead. That is no joke. And so, even if it hurts now, I have to tell you, we don't know who opened it up, you know, because it is still staying there. We don't know, you know. I have no idea. You know, maybe they have opened it up, but they think that the people see that. I have no idea. I see it with my eyes, this stone wall, and I see the snow in there. All things which can end your life. And in that sense, be smart, even if it hurts so close. But we have much more pleasures in our life. Learn that from me. You can say now this is a failure or not. To me, it is not a failure. I would be so nicely up there, but today that makes no sense and is danger for your life, you know. So in that sense, you know what comes now? I will say goodbye. I go always to the limit. It would be not the limit now to drive up, you have seen that. But the risk, when you have a little bit of a mind, then you know that. Even here they can roll off, but here is not that steep. Here, you know, that will not, can also be, you know. But here I hear it and can react a bit. But that is not good. And you see also why here this starts with the risk, because here the bad part comes. Yeah, in that sense, be smart in your life. The life goes on. We have enough journeys more, but very cool. We are high, I don't know, 3,000, 150 meters, I would say now. Now I will drive to the court to play street ball, to enjoy that better than to risk your life. For what? For nothing. Enjoy that, what goes. This goes today not. But we were up to here. We have seen the end of the ski resort, you know, the highest point there. And now I go down, the only person maybe today here, I don't know. Very, very cool. And then in part 2 we see us at the village down at 1187. You know, 1000 meters down now around. Then we see us there. My friends, now I drive down. I am still there, you know, at the ski resort. Now you see I have put on a cap, a jacket, gloves. It is really, really cold now, the wind. The sun is away. And now I know what happened there, you know. The instinct was right. There was now driving up a worker's car, you know. So that means this car has opened up the gate that he can drive up and work on there. That was for sure closed for the passengers. That was the thing. Very, very good. But now I drive down. It's so cold here now.